It's your girl Ashleyh, Yemia. You already know, baby, it's the real, the world of rap. It's the hot seat. And I got Miss Jasmine Orlandis in the chair with me today. Miss Jasmine, we've been trying to do this for a minute.
I know, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
We finally got it right.
Right,
So
we got you here. So I'm excited about it. And this is another person who I went to school with.
Yes.
A little bit younger than me, but we still kind of went through school together or whatever, high school. So it's good to see you.
It is.
And see the stuff that you're doing now, because I would have never guessed any of that going back in the day.
School, I know, people tell me that all the time.
Yes, no, you weren't quiet, but you weren't like
out there.
Out there. Now your brother, on the other hand, that is the complete like, I don't know, like Jamie Foxx on steroids or something. Jalen is wild.
He gets Nick Cannon comparison.
Nick, okay. See, Nick ain't really.
He ain't out there. I would say it's a mix.
Yes.
It's a mix, yeah.
It's definitely a mix. Well, I'm so glad to have you up here finally, but this is the thing. So we always do this in the beginning of the interview, okay? Something called the base segment. And basically what that stands for is brag about yourself. So what's going to happen is you have 60 seconds. When I say I want you to go off and tell these people a little bit about you, I want you to go off. But once you hear this, that's it.
I'm done.
Okay? You ready?
Yeah, let's do
it. It's good. We're going to do it anyway. All right, let's go with it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my name is Jasmine. I go by the Jasmine Orlandis. I'm a media girl, just like Ashley is. I went to Winthrop University. Got my bachelor's in mass communication broadcast with a minor in marketing.
Yes.
After that, kind of was lost in my way. Wanted to be on radio. Still want to be on radio, but you know, chances are far and few in between. So I kind of created my own path. Started doing a lot of freelance work in the media industry, entertainment, as far as interviews, and launching my own brand, the Jasmine Orlandis, which led into the FITT, which is the clothing aspect of my brand. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, you got
keep going.
Yeah.
I'm still doing freelance work, so if anybody needs me to book me, just like Ashley, I'm on Instagram at the Jasmine Orlandis. My website is thefitt.com. Get you a shirt, customize it to your liking, put your name on it, put whatever quote you want to live by on there. And yeah.
All right, bet. See, it wasn't that hard, right?
That's pretty cool. No, that wasn't bad.
And that's the thing I love about this platform, because it's for you to come up here and talk about you.
Yourself, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Jazz, let's go ahead and get this thing started. My first question to you, okay? How did we get here? How do we get to this point in life and the things that you're doing now? What has been your journey into trying to, you know, just have your break in the entertainment industry? Because like you said, it's hard. It is hard, especially what we're trying to do, because it is a, you know, a male dominated field or whatever. And then your women that are in the field, we women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how women can be.
Yeah. That's why I love, honestly, your platform, for one, because you reach out to anybody, and I think we're on the same page in regards to that. Because prior to today, even though we haven't seen each other in so long, we constantly supported each other, shouted each other out, and been there in ways that we possibly could and promote and things like that. So I shout out to you for that, and vice versa.
Yeah.
But how did I get here? Like I said, I graduated college, and my program was very news based. They wanted us to enter the news field.
Talk about journalists, like journalism.
They want you to do. They want you to deliver hard news. They kind of weed out the whole entertainment side of it. So that was the basis of my learning at Winthrop. And so I knew from the start, once I did an internship with a lady who was in the news field, and my cousin was also in the news field, and they hated it, and they felt like they wasted a lot of their time doing what they did not want to do, because they were told that this is the avenue that you need to take.
Right.
So I made up my mind before I even graduated that I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But then after I graduated, I still applied to those jobs, just because I'm like, okay, well, either way, the experience to build my resume would be good, because I'd rather have newsroom experience than something that does not relate to my field at all. But unfortunately, I was not granted those opportunities to work in the newsroom or on radio. So I had to, like I said, create my own lane, and that's when I started doing a lot of networking, because in this field, it's
all about who you know.
Yeah, it's all about who you know. So I met a lot of dope people along the way that have helped me, who trusted in my talent and allowed me to be on their platform, and then allowed me to grow my platform. And then, like I said, the Jasmine Orlandis was created. And then when COVID hit, I started doing live interviews on Instagram, which really helped, because someone reached out to me. I wasn't even thinking about live interviews. I kind of started getting complacent, and I started I started to stop doing what I loved and started getting caught up in my day job, which is leasing professional for a property management company. And I started to really doubt myself, like, okay, obviously this is not going to work.
Yeah.
I know I've talked to you about the radio a couple times, and I was like, obviously this is not going to work. Nobody wants me. What am I doing wrong? That type of thing. So I really stopped thinking about it for a minute. And then a guy hit me up and he was like, hey, I have an artist that I developed. Would you like to interview her on your platform? Because I've seen your platform and you do a lot of dope things.
Right.
Again, people watch what you're doing without you knowing they're watching you. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll pay for it. I was like, okay, this might be a thing. So that really sparked the idea. I did a live interview with her, and I was like, ding, 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 like, I can start doing live interviews now with different people. So I started reaching out to people, asking them to be on the live interviews, and that kicked off, and then I met more dope people. And then it just, the list goes on, but I like to say I'm freelance because I'm not connected to one outlet, and I'm still growing my brand. So.
Period. And you're doing a dope job at it. And the thing I love about you is like you don't know. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know which angle you're coming from. Because one day you might be hosting something. Next thing I turn around, you're being featured on somebody else's podcast. You know, as the talent. You know what I mean? Like you are in a lot of different things, and I definitely love that about your brand. And speaking of your brand, let's get a little bit into that.
Okay.
The Jasmine Orlandis. Okay. So your thing is the emphasis on the, because then you also did your apparel line that is, you know, the fit, and people can customize and, you know, change it to whatever they wanted to say. So let's talk a little bit more about what your brand is and what it represents.
So like you said, it's an emphasis on the. I think it's very important for everybody to know who they are and live in their truth, whether that's the good side or the bad side. Because we get so caught up in social media and what that presence look like, and everybody's doing so good on social media, and they don't want to, and when they're doing bad, they disappear. So, which was me, which that's why at the beginning of, when COVID hit again, I wanted to put, I started doubting myself. I got into a little depression a little bit, slight depression, and but then I was also like, okay, I need to start putting action behind my words after I got out of my funk. And so that's when I really started working. That's when I was like, okay, the idea did fit. I need to start putting it together. All these interviews and stuff, I need to start putting it on my YouTube, create a YouTube channel and all this type of thing. So to circle back around to the question, I just wanted to start to live in my truth, because I know a lot of us get caught up in being who other people want us to be. And not being who we are, just to appease other people. So that's what I wanted people to really focus on, and that's why I put an emphasis on the. There's nobody else like me. There's nobody who can speak like me, think like me, or act like me. And no matter how much you try, you just can't. And the first thing that we're born with is our name. So I want people to understand the importance of that. You are who you are. So that's why I came up with the fit, where there's only the fit, where the fit fits you, because when you wear it, it's a brand, but it's a brand that's branded for you. So it's also a conversation piece as well. So if I see you with a shirt on that says the Ashleyh Yemia, is that how you say it? Yemia, then they will say, oh, what is that? You'll say, oh, that's me, and then I'm like, oh, well, what do you do? And then boom, that's like a walking business card. You know what I mean? So that's where the fit came from.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm definitely gonna get me one of them shirts.
Please do.
Too.
Y'all, get you a shirt. And I got a new design dropping pretty soon, because I wanted to get a summer, spring type vibe as well. But that's on the way. But yeah, everybody copy shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, whatever.
Okay. So let's talk. You hit it a little bit, but let's talk about this industry and trying to really break out into this industry, because listen, it is hard. And when you're in a place where, and I'm not necessarily saying that this is Raleigh, because this is really anywhere, but when you're in a place where you're doing the same thing that somebody else doing, and it comes to, like you said, that supporting piece. There are people, you know, that are not far from me or whatever, that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. Now, I support them. I might like this. I might share that. I might repost this. You know, whatever it is, to be comment that. Might sneak up to your but to your event or whatever. But then when it's my turn,
ain't nobody there. Girl, crickets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you see those same people get back on the internet, and it's like, oh, people don't support me. No, people do. But see, the thing is, I guess it's not the people that you looking for, so you're dismissing the people that are. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk a little bit about your experience with that. Girl, what? Do we got all day?
I mean,
no, but that's so true, especially in this industry, any industry really, but I'm just going to speak to our own. Being that there's no blueprint to this industry, like being a doctor, you go to school, you go apply for the job, you can be a doctor.
There's no textbook for the entertainment industry.
It's literally who you know and how much work you put in. And even if you have a degree, that really don't mean nothing. But I have several experiences with that.
Okay.
That's why I made a commitment to myself and my brand and anything that my name is on, that those who look up to me or those my counterparts, if you ever have a question or if you ever need me for anything, I'm always readily available and for free.
Right.
I mean, not as far as my work. Now, you put me, you're going to pay me, but I mean, as far as like, if you want to pick my brain or if you have any questions or you, like, when I started my YouTube and when I started my interviews and when I started my clothing brand, I got so many questions about, well, what kind of mailers do you use? Well, how did you start? Well, where do you get your shirts from? That's all free game.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, and again, this is why everything relates back to me, I'm the only person that can do what I do. So I can give you the whole blueprint. Of course, we've all heard this before, but can you implement it like, can you execute like I do?
Yeah.
But you're not going to, even if you try to, because you're not me. And you're going to reach people that I can't reach, and I'm going to reach people that you can't reach, and we can all be in this thing together. Just like everybody says, Rihanna has a skincare line, Kylie Jenner has a skincare line.
But all the same people
buying it, and they're still multi-million-dollar businesses, so everybody can eat. But some people have that crab in the bucket mentality to where if I'm learning and I got myself out, that's for me to know. And then if you want me to teach you, you're going to pay me or you forget about it. And I don't like that type of mentality. I'm here to help whoever.
Right.
So in this industry, and I feel like people will get so much further if they realize.
But I was going to say, and see, that makes me, and the people that don't want to drop gems, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you hustle to get where you are. And think about when you was in their shoes and you didn't know. You wish you had somebody that could tell.
That's why it's so important to me, because I had to figure that out on my own. So when I see someone younger who wants to follow, I had an example. My sister, I call her my sister, she has an intern who works in her salon, and they bought some of my shirts, and she's interested in starting her own clothing brand and things like that, and also doing communication. So she got my number from my sister and hit me up and was like, hey Jasmine, this is Bree, I'm just letting you know that I'm interested in what you're doing, and anytime that we can talk, girl, follow me, call me anytime, I'll let you, I said I'm still learning myself, but anything that I can answer for you, feel free to hit me up. And that's how it starts. And then at the end of the day, whenever whoever, if you don't make it to the Grammys, but they do, they're going to remember that. They're going to say they were on my side, and they're going to shout you out, and might even have you on their team, and everybody's winning. So you never know who you run into. But I also want to pinpoint, even though it is important to help, when you're asking for help, be ready. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, and I get why people begin to have that mentality to where they don't want to help, because there's so many frauds.
There's a flip side to it. Yes, it is.
There's so many frauds. Like, and then you waste my time. And then I'm mad that you wasted my time. So now I feel like I need to charge for my time because 5 people done wasted my time.
But I'm going to do you one before you even get to the time. I'm going to do you one. When you send the first means of communication.
You know.
Oh my God. I had somebody write me one day that was like, yo, you should put me.
I think you put that on your story.
You should put me on the radio because I rap.
Rap what? What's your song?
Who are you? Like, what? Approach is so important. And I literally had to stop and tell him, like, listen, I ain't being funny, but I'm letting you know off rip. Like, I'm letting you know because I'm just a real type of person. Yeah. For future references where you're trying to work with somebody. I said, you're greeted. That first impression means everything. I said, you don't know me. So, hey, how you doing? How can, like, I see that you do such and such. I was wondering, like, there's other ways that you could have worded what you said to me, because off rip, I don't want to work with you because of how you address it.
Not only that, but attention to detail. So if I have an email or a contact for you to contact me, but then you DM me, or not that that's a problem, but if you DM me asking me questions that's already clearly on my social media or platform, then that goes to show that you're not really paying attention. You're not really trying to, because I feel like the most professional way to get in contact with somebody is to email. So if I see that you have an email, I'm going to email you. I'm not going to DM you. But if I see that you didn't check your email, then I might follow up with a DM like, hey, I sent you an email such and such day in regards to X, Y, and Z. Just wondering if you got it or had time to look at it, blah, blah, blah. People, I mean, I feel like that should be a class in school.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's
No, for real.
Finances and just professionalism, period.
Girl, just adulthood should be a class. Because they didn't tell us crap about adulthood. They lied to us. They told us we go to school.
What they say is ghetto, 10 out of 10, do not recommend.
Girl, I don't highly recommend at all. They stood up here and stood us. They told us that we go to college, that we was going to leave college and have a job. Let me say something. They lied to us. Okay? You got to put in work. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, girl, because 9 times out of 10 you get this degree, you don't even work within the field of the degree you got. Like, what in the world?
I'm not.
Blows me. Blows me.
I am, but I'm not. Like, freelance, yes, but actually working, yeah.
I can't remember who in my life told me, but they said it's so easy to become number one, but the hardest part is remaining number one. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a lesson within itself for another day.
That's what I really admire. Even though Wendy Williams talks a lot of trash,
she does.
She is definitely a goat.
She'll go get
She's definitely, especially when I watched the Lifetime movie and the documentary that they had. I didn't know that she went through all of that stuff. But it was nice for her to open up because people just see her as a shit talker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
I'm be honest, I wasn't a fan. I'm not a big fan, but the movie made me respect her a little bit more.
Yeah, and as far as industry-wise, right, and what we do,
right.
I'm not a huge Wendy Williams fan, no, but she definitely paved the way. Yeah, she definitely paved.
Man, this was so much fun, Jazz. Thank you so much again for coming and kicking it with me. Yes, it was a blast. But y'all already know, I'm your girl Ashleyh Yemia. Maybe it's the real to water rap. It's the what? It's the hot seat, and we out.